Tonight on UMass This Week, UMass men's basketball is heating up and tickets are going fast. We'll show you how to make sure you're there for game day.
And we bring you the latest news on Bluewall construction and how to take on the hatch. I'm Kaitlin Boyer.
And I'm Nathalie Sczublewski. Five Democratic candidates for Massachusetts governor are going to be in Northampton tonight for a forum. The five candidates are Joseph Avalon, Donald Berwick, Martha Coakley, Stephen Grossman, and Juliet Kayyem. As for Deval Patrick, he has made it clear he will not be running for office again. The event is at Northampton High School and goes from 7 until 9 o'clock p.m.
Amherst High School was closed Monday due to the possibility of a firearm on school grounds. Amherst school officials called police after seeing one student's posts on social media that suggested the student brought a firearm into school. The Amherst school superintendent and principal held an information session in the Amherst Middle School's auditorium at 7 p.m. Monday for concerned parents. The student is not being named, but it is known that the student is not from Amherst.
Senator Elizabeth Warren paid a visit to UMass last Wednesday. Senator Warren toured the recently constructed Life Science Laboratories building and discussed student loan debt and the affordability of higher education. The visit was part of Warren's priorities for the future tour in UMass and Massachusetts, which focuses on making higher education more affordable, refinancing student loan debt, and doubling funding for National Institutes of Health and the National Science Foundation. Warren met with professors to discuss research efforts including life science and medical research funded by the NIH and NSF. Warren hopes to introduce a bill to refinance the nation's $1.2 trillion in student loan debt, which she says puts a strain on the economy and prevents young adults from buying homes and starting families.
The UMass football team made some big changes over the winter break. Mark Whipple was named the head coach of the team. Whipple coached the Minutemen from 1998 to 2003, in which he led the team to 3 postseason appearances, including a Division I AA championship title. He also served as the offensive coordinator at the University of Miami and worked as a quarterback coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Whipple is excited about his return to UMass and stated, "I have a lot to give. I can make a bigger impact than I have ever made in my life with people young, old, and in between."
The men's basketball team is doing so well this season that tickets for the games are at a high demand. Chris Herrick has more.
The UMass men's basketball team is creating a lot of buzz. They're ranked 21st in the NCAA rankings and are continuing to rise in those standings. With a 17-2 record, the Minutemen are projected to make it into the NCAA tournament. Alumni and students are rushing to the Mullen Center to watch their team play. Games are selling out fast, so the UMass Athletics Department is now giving out express tickets to dedicated fans that are committed to cheering on the Minutemen. Express tickets are like regular tickets, but students get them for free. Getting an express ticket will ensure that there will be an open seat for you in the Mullen Center.
Our last game had sold out, and it looks like two more games are going to sell out in advance. So the only way that you can guarantee that you'll get entrance into the game is to pick up these tickets in advance.
To get a free student ticket, come here to the Mullen Center box office with your campus ID. Just show the associate a valid campus ID, and they'll give you a free student ticket. Students with express tickets are encouraged to get to the Mullen Center at least an hour before the game starts. They enter through a different line and are allowed into the center earlier than students without express tickets.
Originally, our plan was to have these student tickets to help speed up the process of getting students into the arena, but in the end, it ended up being the only way that you could get into the game was to get this express ticket.
The Minutemen are continuing to climb the NCAA rankings, and we'll keep you updated as the season goes on. Chris Herrick, UMass This Week.
We'll be right back after this break. Please stay with us. UMass is taking initiative to prevent sexual assault on campus. It's all part of the You Matter at UMass Community Building program. The program emphasizes the importance of becoming an active bystander to stop sexual assault by using the 3 Ds: direct, distract, and delegate, you can prevent sexual assault if you witness such a situation. About 25% of female students reported they have been victims of rape or attempted rape on campus.
The amount of students disciplined under the Code of Conduct off campus has declined. This decrease fell by over 30% compared to the offenses committed in the fall of 2012. Sanctions were issued against 210 of the 289 students involved in off-campus disturbances. Fewer than 1 in 10 students were repeat offenders. UMass Office of the Dean of Students recorded the findings from September 1st to December 8th. Amherst police and residents believe that this is a result of increased policing in popular off-campus areas.
A female UMass student reported that she was accosted while walking alone on North Pleasant Street early Sunday morning. She told police she saw a dark-colored SUV parked by Skinner Hall with its lights on. She was then attacked from behind as the suspect grabbed her purse. The suspect ran to the SUV and entered the vehicle from the passenger's side. The student describes the suspect as a black male wearing jeans, a gray hoodie, and red bandana over his mouth. The university and UMPD are encouraging students to never walk alone and to use caution. Students can call UMPD for an escort if they are uncomfortable walking alone. If anyone has information regarding this incident, please call 413-545-2121.
It seems that construction will continue to be constant at UMass. Future projects include an integrated design building, a physical science building, the renovation of both South College and Marks Meadows, and the demolition of Bartlett Hall. These projects are expected to be finished by 2017 and add on to the 4 projects that are currently in progress on campus. Campus Planning Director Dennis Swinford told the Daily Collegian that while there are a lot of projects going on at once, they are all meant to increase the quality of life.
One of the projects on campus that is currently in progress is the renovation of Bluewall. Chelsea Burke gives us the latest on Bluewall and what students are thinking of the new accommodations in the hatch.
Remember when Bluewall looked like this? Well, due to renovations, Bluewall is now closed until August. UMass is spending $19 million to renovate the area and put in 12 new fully functional stations modeled after Italy, an international chain made up of a combination of food and entertainment.
This is so far beyond anything that anyone's ever seen. It's a $19 million project, the largest of its kind anywhere, literally.
But until this new dining facility does open, students are having to find other places to eat, such as the Hatch. 4,000 students are eating here daily, making it more difficult to find seats, but UMass Dining is trying to accommodate them.
We've added seating to the lower level concourse. We've added all that sort of movable seating back to the upstairs concourse. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but we knocked down a wall over here and added 200 extra seats.
More seating has been made available at the Hatch, along with extended hours. But how do the students feel?
I don't really know why they're renovating Bluewall because it seems like it was fine before. It's a little bit more crowded than it usually is, so it's harder to find seats. I liked the Bluewall the way it was. I don't know. I've only eaten at it like 5 times, but I'm excited to see what new stuff they have.
I think the Hatch is accommodating for it, but I think I miss Bluewall, the food at Bluewall, a lot. And we're seniors, so it's kind of sad to see it go.
The Hatch is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. For UMass This Week, I'm Chelsea Burke.
2 firefighters were killed in an apartment blaze in Toledo, Ohio on Sunday. The 2 responded to a fire which took place around 3:30 p.m. inside a 6-unit apartment complex. They were then pulled from the burning building by fellow firefighters. They were transported to a local hospital where they later died. The names of the firefighters have not yet been released, but an autopsy was held on Monday.
A 10-day cruise was cut short after hundreds of crew members and passengers aboard became sick from gastrointestinal illness. The Royal Caribbean ship Explorer of the Seas canceled their exploration only 2 days after departure. Reports from the Center for Disease and Control Prevention deemed 281 of the 3,050 passengers aboard the ship when they reported feeling sick. Sicknesses among passengers increased over the weekend. While the cause of this is unknown, neuroviruses cultivating in closed spaces like cabins could have been the cause.
A shooting occurred at Purdue University last Monday. Police responded to a shooting that took place near the electrical engineering building on campus. There was only 1 casualty. The victim was a senior and also a teaching assistant. Cody Cousins of Warsaw, Indiana, was taken into custody on a preliminary charge on murder. After a lockdown, the school reopened later that day.
Coming up next, see who were the big winners at the Grammys in this week's Mass Entertainment. And cold weather keeping you down? You're not alone.
We talk to students about how they're staying warm this winter. Also, we give you the forecast for next week. Stay with us. Two immunologists at the University of Massachusetts are part of a multi-institutional research team that was recently awarded with a 5-year, $4.8 million grant from the National Cancer Institute. Barbara Osborne and Lisa Minter, among researchers from other institutions, will use the grant to investigate diseases like cancer and Alzheimer's through the role of a specific enzyme. The immunologists are seeking a way to control the enzyme for its detrimental effects on cancers and diseases while also keeping its beneficial actions in the immune system. I really don't like this cold weather. How about you?
I don't really like it either. It's very uncomfortable.
It's very
You know?
frigid. I'm from Florida, so it's
I
a
shouldn't be
hard
talking
adjustment.
then, you know?
Yeah.
Well, UMass This Week's Kyla Gaylor headed to the streets to see what UMass really thinks of this cold, cold weather.
So the weather has been excruciatingly cold lately. How has that been affecting you guys?
Actually, when we came out of class, I was almost blown over by wind, so yeah. But otherwise, it's just kind of been more of a nuisance, really.
Not that bad, actually. Just stay inside.
It's definitely been cold out. I mean, we live at the very corner of Southwest, so it's definitely a long walk for some of our classes, and, just got to layer up, you got to stay warm.
Coming to campus, I still do it because it's been the first week of classes, so I've had to.
It's annoying to walk to class. I feel like I want to skip class a lot of the time now.
Left my room for the first time today in 3 days, so that's what cold weather does.
It makes me not want to leave my room as much, and I don't want to have to walk all the way to dining halls and stuff.
So you'd rather stop eating than leave your room?
Well, just not eat at a dining hall, not necessarily stop eating.
Since the walk, like you said, is so cold and long, I just kind of end up eating ramen in my dorm or something once or twice a day, so.
So it looks like winter is the new diet. Do you think it's affecting your social life or other people's?
Well, I actually just moved into the building that all my friends live in, so I don't really ever have to leave my building. Hang out with my friends, which is nice.
You're gonna hibernate, collect food there?
Yeah, pretty much.
I haven't really been going out because it's just so cold and it's such a process. I know me and my roommates just stay inside because it's warmer.
No, I think it makes us bond more because we're kind of all on the same floor suffering, don't want to be on the outside, so.
And I still see people dressed in minimal clothing going to parties, so I don't think it makes a big difference.
What do you think the most important winter accessory is to stay warm?
Probably the scarf that my mom just knitted me.
These ear muffs, ear things, and yeah, gloves.
So where are your earmuffs right now?
That's all I got.
I like my hat.
I like your hat too.
Thank you. People have mixed opinions on it, but.
No, you look nice and warm.
Thank you.
I'd say a nice winter coat, because if you don't have that, you're pretty much screwed.
And is this your most warm winter coat?
No, it feels a little warmer today than it has been, so this isn't my warmest, but one of my nicer looking ones, I guess you could say.
If you could sum up this weather in about one word, what would you say?
Horrible.
Frigid. I actually want to use some other words, but that's not appropriate.
We'd have to leave them out anyways.
Yeah.
Are you ever afraid of looking silly all bundled up?
No, absolutely not, because if I'm not warm, then it doesn't matter.
It's a combination of both, but if I had to pick, I'd rather be warm.
I'd rather look crazy and be warm.
UMass has been so cold that it makes a 30-degree day seem nice. But looking silly is not a question when it comes to staying warm. For UMass This Week, I'm Kyla Gaylor.
And now we turn to our weekly Wednesday weather report. Liz, how's it looking this weekend?
Well, Kaitlin, it's going to be a pretty cold one this week. If you look at our weather map, there we go. That is today's weather. It was pretty cold across the Bay State. It was 24 in Amherst, 19 in Worcester, 25 in Boston, and the Cape got some snow because of a winter storm that I'll be telling you about a little later. It was 23 down there. But if you look at tomorrow's weather, it is pretty much going to be 10 degrees warmer across the board again. 30 in Amherst, 30 in around 30 in Worcester, 30 in Boston, and 29 in Cape Cod. But tomorrow's actually going to be a pretty nice day. If we look at our hourly forecast, it's going to be 9 degrees and sunny at 7 a.m. So you're going to want to wear your coat to campus in the morning. It's going to be pretty chilly. In the middle of the day, it's going to warm up to the mid-20s, 24, and going to end the day getting even a little bit warmer at 26. And I will take you now to our 7-day forecast. It's going to be pretty chilly across the week. It's warming up a little bit, getting closer to springtime and spring break. Got to work on those beach bodies. But you can do that with your jacket on for now. Tomorrow, again, it's going to be sunny, 30 degrees. Going to be chilly this weekend, so make sure you wear your jacket if you're going out, going to the bars. Make sure you bundle up. Pretty, standard over the weekend. Super Bowl Sunday, going to be 37, so make sure you get some nice warm food for the game. It's chance of snow early next week, so put a spoon under your pillow. We might have a snow day, so we'll be hoping for that. Now, there is a winter storm down south called Winter Storm Leon, and I got a Facebook post from my friend Bobby, who lives down in Georgia. And you can see, they got a dusting of snow, and this has caused school delays, traffic jams, the whole bunch. And to us, this is kind of, get over it, South. This is a dusting. Whatever. I was laughing, so I commented, a little snarky thing. It's causing some traffic jams, as you can see here. These cars are in gridlock because of a dusting of snow. Winter Storm Leon is really not that big of a deal. We are, it's missing us totally in the Northeast, but it is hitting the South pretty hard. They are not dealing with it well, and it should be gone in the next couple of days. But that's all I have for you guys. Stay warm, UMass.
Thank you, Liz. Best-selling novelist Jodi Picoult is scheduled to speak at UMass on Saturday, March 29th at 6:30 p.m. at the Friends of the UMass Amherst Library's Dinner with Friends. The event will feature champagne, hors d'oeuvres, a silent auction, a meal, and a book signing. Picoult is best known for her works of fiction that take on social and ethical issues. Tickets for the event are $150 per person.
There are 2 other speakers to look forward to at UMass. ESPN investigative reporters Steve Faineru and Mark Faineru-Wado will be on campus on February 20th. The 2 reporters will talk about their book, League of Denial, and the ongoing concussion crisis occurring in the NFL. The discussion will take place from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. in the Campus Center Ballroom, followed by a book signing.
Stan Wawrinka defeated Rafael Nadal in 4 sets to take the 2014 Australian Open title. For the women, Li Na of China took the title as well. This year's Australian Open hit record temperatures, which often led to suspended play for the matches.
During Sunday night's 56th Grammy Awards ceremony, Queen Latifah introduced hip-hop duo Macklemore and Ryan Lewis for their performance of Strange Love featuring Mary Lambert. During the middle of the performance, Latifah informed the audience and the world that 33 gay and straight couples in the audience were set to wed at that very moment. As the couple said I do and kissed their husbands and wives, the Queen of Pop, Madonna, performed a slowed-down version of Open Your Heart, a very historic moment in Grammy history. And in case you missed the Grammys, Erin Wallace and Nancy Tran can fill us in on who were the big winners on Mass Entertainment.
Welcome to Mass Entertainment.
I'm Erin Wallace.
And I'm Nancy Tran.
And welcome to the Grammy edition of Mass Entertainment. So the Grammys were this weekend.
Yes.
I know I watched.
I definitely watched.
And it did not disappoint.
No.
Lineup was fantastic of performances. Winners were great, surprising, all over the map. So let's get to it. Daft Punk came away with the most awards, with 5, which totally deserved, I think. They've been around forever. Great song, Get Lucky. Mm-hmm. You know, I've sung it all summer. And Macklemore kind of surprised people, I think. They won 3 awards, including top new artist. I mean, that's kind of rare that a top new artist would win multiple awards in multiple categories, so that's pretty cool.
I love Macklemore, so I thought he deserved it. Newcomer Lorde came in this year winning 2 Grammys, including Best Pop Solo Performance. Also, Justin Timberlake, although a no-show, won 3 Grammys this year.
I'm super proud for Lorde. So young and so successful, that's awesome.
She's 17 years old and she's already had so many accomplishments. I'm pretty jealous.
Way more successful than us.
Yes.
So enough with the awards. Let's get to the part that people really care about, the performances.
Yes.
So Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr together again on the Grammys, Beatles reunion. Talk about excitement.
I know. Great band. So that reunion was a good thing for the Grammys this year. Taylor Swift sang her song All Too Well, and that was a great performance, but I'm kind of surprised she didn't get any whiplash. And then also, Imagine Dragons performing with Kendrick Lamar was one of the most intense performances I saw that night. The fog, the lights, it was a great great time. But the best performance, I would say, the opener, Beyonce. She was amazing. I don't know what you thought about, but she was my favorite.
I thought it was a little scandalous for prime time. You know, some of the kids watching might have been a little iffy on that, but all I know is I want to be part of that power couple of Jay-Z and Beyonce.
They're adorable.
Oh my God.
I want to find a relationship like that, and I want to be them.
Oh yeah. I loved Macklemore on stage singing Same Love with Mary Lambert, and then Queen Latifah comes out, and then Madonna comes out, and then to top that off, 33 couples came into the audience and got married right then and there by Queen Latifah.
Very emotional, definitely a tearjerker.
I was crying.
Did you see Keith Urban? He was crying too.
I think there wasn't a dry eye in the house. I'd say that's all we have for the Grammy Awards. And we'll look forward to next year.
Yeah, definitely something to top for next year's performance.
This is definitely going to be one to top. We'll see you next week on Mass Entertainment.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Be sure to join us next Wednesday at 7. I'm Nathalie Sczublewski.
And I'm Kaitlin Boyer. For news updates around campus, be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at UMass This Week 1. Until next week, have a good night.